Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Wednesday, July 12th, 2023. It's been such a struggle to get this reading going, but I hope you're doing amazing. And I don't know about you, for whatever reason, I feel the need to mention this month, for me at least, is feeling like it's speeding on by. I mean, we're about at the middle point already, if I could even speak this morning. But yeah, before you know it, it's going to be my birthday at the end of the month. But one message I did get from the backside, if you want to call it that, of the Wisdom Oracle, which we will pull from, was the wording around the circles here that I don't typically read. Ask and know. Ask and know. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. There's a feeling that you need to ask one, if not multiple, questions throughout this day, whether it's to your spirit guides, to the universe, to somebody, if not multiple people, in a situation in your life or just in your life in general. But don't be afraid to ask. And even if that answer, that knowing, doesn't come to be immediately or even throughout this day in general, it will come to you when it's meant to. Look at that. As long as you're flexible, there's serendipity throughout this day. Let's do one more shuffle. I already did a lot before, as I was waiting for the noise to quiet down in the background. We're going to pull one right from the middle. Higher power. Beautiful. Actually, we're going to do two. We're going to do two. Truth be told. Yeah, I mean, this truth be told card absolutely stemming from, or more so adding on and reiterating what I was just saying about gaining knowledge, answers, better knowing, right? And so I also feel like this could be talking about researching, whether it's looking up options online. It could be about getting insight from somebody, or from, yeah, it could even be through, say, a YouTube video or a TikTok. It could be you asking a question about somebody's experience with something that you're considering, contemplating, or just have already decided, solidified on. But I do feel like all the meanwhile, whatever you feel, for a lot drawn to the reading, whatever you feel the need to look up or remind yourself of, absolutely important, okay? So I was just drawn to my laptop, which is an HP, a Chromebook. Yeah, I was looking at HP and we have higher power, all right? So I do feel like things could just feel oddly connected and guided throughout this day. There's a higher power within yourself and outside of you that are feeling quite intertwined. I almost said connected, but intertwined is a better wording. I do feel like at times you might feel a little bit invisible throughout this day, and at other points feeling very much in the spotlight. It may be a little bit in between at other points, but do remind yourself that you're quite important either way. And you might even find the invisible moments, or, somewhat of which is refreshing, okay? Even those of which who do typically like to be noticed, paid attention to, interact with others even. That does, it does have its benefits, kind of catch your breath, right? A bit refreshing when you sort of don't have every eye peeled upon you, okay? But it is a day where your third eye is opening up a bit more, okay, to one, if not multiple, important factors about potentially your past, but for a lot, I feel it's about what's at hand and or your future, okay? But yeah, again, they're saying be flexible in regards to when to get things done, how to go about doing things, when to acquire this or that. Anyways, moving right along, let's pull from the Mystic Mondays. What else do we have for this upcoming Wednesday? Spirit keeps making me a little bit nervous, so I feel like either that's actually happening to you, Spirit is making you a little bit nervous, a bit of spiritual messing with in that sense. It could be more so somebody's energy. I feel like a situation could be altering your way of being, energy to be a little bit twitchy or shaky or just feeling a bit uneasy. Maybe a reminder why you deserve and desire a change, or it just might be something you have to cope with. I'm hearing the truth about how something affects you or somebody, or how things affect you in general. The Ace of Pentacles, it kind of came out sideways. So I feel like for some, you could be working or investing in a new position, even if you don't have it yet, or a new investment like a living situation, car. This might be what you're gaining truth in regards to. It might be what you're pushed to look up options for or investigate in regards to. You might be asking questions about a specific option or opportunity. But again, that could be about something you already have at hand on your plate. I'm also getting, okay, a couple messages coming from this imagery. Now, putting aside the fact that is supposed to be a pentacle, right? Talking about money. I got first, okay, I'm hearing globes. So you need to look at things in the sense of a bigger picture, right? Take a step back. You could be thinking about the world in general or your world. But I got fortune telling, okay, or predictive nature, looking into a crystal ball, if you will, even though that's not actually what you're doing. But your intuition as well being important for this day. And I also got having sort of to an extent, the ball in your court. So what do you want? You might need to remind yourself why you so badly desire something that you don't yet have, or even for some more so why you wanted something that you have at hand now, or are just about to acquire, because it might have certain obstacles or difficulties or annoyances, or may not be everything you expected or wanted it to be, or that might be the upcoming situation for you to deal with. This is such a struggle to read. The Four of Cups, because I feel like all the meanwhile spirit's saying, even if something isn't everything that you wish you had or isn't perfect, it's for you. So there's a focus on what's for you and what's not for you. Let's do it for Wednesday. Temperance. Have patience, my friend, when it comes to the rockiness of your energy at certain points, or who and what you're wrapped up with, having to cope with, right? There's thoughts of younger days is what I'm getting. It didn't come up in the Tuesday reading. Anyways, I do feel as if there's a need for patience when it comes to spiritual messing with for some, or just again, how things are affecting you. But it might be more, say, a work situation, or when you're trying to run your business. Breathe and maintain or bring back a level of patience and balance within you, because it's not going to help you if you, they're saying, freak out or get frustrated or speak or react without thinking beforehand or regaining that patience and balance. I just feel like all the meanwhile, that's going to be a huge, huge focus throughout this day. Okay. I'm also hearing going on a rant. Nine of Cups, as well as the Lovers in reverse. Now, it's this feeling that you've, for a lot drawn to the reading, like myself, I'm not going to talk about what it is for me, at least not yet, but you've solidified in your mind something you want, generally, but you haven't, or you can't make a decision yet, right? Say you want a specific kind of job you decided to go back to or jump into a specific field, but you haven't found that right position or decided on the right option for you yet, or it's just not the right time. But Spirit's saying there's a wish fulfillment, which is that. And you're not meant to see it exactly for what it is, but I feel like you're getting closer to gaining clarity, truth on that matter, on what that's going to look like, at least in the beginning stages of it. Things will change, proceed in a different way than you could even expect, but it doesn't mean that's negative. Sure, there are obstacles, right? Nothing's perfect, but there's a feeling that things would proceed if you did see everything completely crystal clear, right? Sometimes there's a beauty in how things change and grow and develop in a situation or in your life in general when you don't have all the answers. Okay, sometimes that process of figuring it out and rolling with the punches and playing it by ear allows for things to happen as they're meant to. Four of Pentacles, I feel like there's a focus on where your control lies, potentially tying back into the Temperance card, but also savings. People drawn to this reading, weird wording, like myself, thinking about saving up a specific amount of money. How long is this going to take? Why are things so up and down throughout this day? Why is my finances feeling so up and down? Why do I feel like I'm not making enough progress when in you are making progress in general. So I need to be grateful for the bit of progress you are making throughout this day. I do sense that some of which romance is on the mind or taking a highlight, but I do feel like there's certain levels of love in a situation, but I might be overpowered by certain other factors or other different types of energy, right? Say you're in a work environment and people do care for each other and like working with each other, care about the job, but then someone's feisty or annoying way of working, their energy, their way of being is just overpowering that, or if not multiple people. I don't know why that example is coming out. I also feel like you're potentially seeing the truth about one, if not multiple people or a situation. There could be a facade, if not multiple, falling to the wayside throughout this day. You seeing somebody, if not multiple people, or a situation for what or who they truly are. Very, very interesting. And I feel like this could feel very, very illuminating. And it's of true importance that you notice that this knowledge, this awareness is power for you. It can help you navigate and dodge and just potentially steer clear if it's, it doesn't feel like a complete positive type of person. But I feel like all the meanwhile, again, Spirit's saying there's control lying within you, holding your cards close to your chest and not, they're saying spilling all the beans or just, word vomit, mouth vomit is what they just said. Just kind of talking just to talk, or just, I know when Spirit speaks through you, it's not always that easy, but just try to be thinking before you speak, be selective, and as you see somebody or a situation's facade drop to the wayside, allow for yourself to recognize that there could potentially be one, if not multiple people that you're not seeing 100% clearly at this time otherwise, okay? And so that may need to be a reminder so you can, again, be selective and be strategic shifting forward. Anyways, as we wrap up this reading, it feels like you're going to wrap up this Wednesday feeling more in touch with your intuition, your higher power, or multiple levels of a higher power, and you're going to see things more clearly, which is important, potentially on a multitude of levels. And Spirit saying, let's not lose this intuition or intuitive connection and this knowledge. Let's remember this as we gain more moving forward. And they want me to wrap this up by saying things are going to improve, especially when you gain this wish fulfillment. Okay? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Wednesday, and I'll see you next time.